Hello everyone, what's up? My name is World-Renowned Heretic, and this is my first time doing an actual theory video based on the show Steven Universe. This is something I may be looking into getting into, in addition to the material I already make. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Anyway, tonight we saw the newest Steven bomb titled Wanted, and we already had quite a few heavy spoilers, a few trailers, a couple, some 2-minute bits from each episode, but something really revealed itself tonight, particularly to me in the episode The Trial. And this was like the big kahuna episode of this Steven bomb, even bigger than any of the ones I think in the previous bomb that ended Season 4. And that was, of course, the actual trial itself, really just like the events of it, what happens, Steven's interactions with Blue and Yellow Diamond, and why I believe that something has been falsified pretty significantly, as you guys can tell here in the title. Rose Quartz did not shatter Pink Diamond. So we're going to go ahead and get into that. I'm just going to kind of go over bit by bit why I feel that it was not Rose Quartz. And there was one very key piece of evidence that was presented that I feel like basically debunks the entire theory of Rose Quartz being Pink Diamond's shatterer. So we are going to go ahead and start out here with Steven meeting the Diamonds and just kind of the setting of the episode, and then we will look at what happened here bit by bit. Okay, so it starts out here, Steven going on trial. He meets up with a gem called Zircon, which appears to be a blue gem, and that gem essentially acts as his lawyer. We then see another Zircon, which appears to be yellow, that acts as the prosecution lawyer. Now, I will get back into that in a moment. It's just kind of ironic, I feel like, right now. But he goes and meets with the Diamonds and ends up on trial with them. And right off the bat, we notice a bit of a difference between Blue and Yellow Diamond in relation to just the whole concept of the trial to begin with. And that is that Yellow Diamond, upon being told the story from the prosecution witness or prosecution lawyer, which is her Zircon, immediately just seems pleased with what's been going on as far as the story is told, does not want to hear from Steven, is not interested in hearing from the other Zircon or any form of defense, just immediately decides Rose Quartz is guilty, we don't need any storytelling, this is it, shatter her, get rid of her, it's all done. So Yellow Diamond is very much like business as usual, you know, just get everything done, get it out of the way, I want this taken care of. However, that is not necessarily the case with Blue Diamond. Blue Diamond instead wishes to hear Steven, or rather Rose's, side of the story. She wants to know, is she guilty, what happened, and all these things like that. And she wants the details. She wants Steven, or Rose as she sees it, to tell the story of how she shattered Pink Diamond, which raises some suspicions right there. Steven is then forced to tell the story, which he does not know, of how he, or rather Rose Quartz, shattered Pink Diamond. The only thing Steven knows at this point is that it happened, at least according to Blue Diamond from the episode Steven's Dream, right in front of or at Blue Diamond's palanquin. So Steven, of course, just kind of says a little mumbo-jumbo and then says, I probably used the breaking point. This right there causes Blue Diamond to snap for a second, saying it was a sword. Now, we already know that this is a bit of a contradiction, and this is kind of the moment where we realize, or at least I realized, Rose Quartz probably did not actually shatter or even attack Pink Diamond in this case. This was the huge, oh my god moment, was that, geometrically speaking, first of all, a diamond is the only substance on the Ohm scale of hardness that can scratch or damage another diamond. So, if we're going by gemology, Rose Quartz should not be able to scratch or lay any kind of harm or damage upon a diamond, which is something Blue Diamond states upon meeting Greg in the episode Steven's Dream, once again, when she states that it is amazing how a being as fragile as a human can survive in a place where a being as powerful as a diamond was unable to suffice. So right there, you kind of raise some questions. Obviously, they don't both know that they each have a connection to Rose Quartz. In this situation, Blue Diamond believing Rose Quartz to be Pink Diamond's murderer, while Greg, of course, being the person that he has missed for all this time, of course, being the same Rose Quartz. So that raises another bit of suspicion right there. However, what I really want to get at here is the fact that Blue Diamond stated that it was the sword, or rather a sword, that shattered Pink Diamond, and that was used by Rose Quartz. The problem here, if you guys remember in the episode Bismuth, Bismuth specifically tells Steven that she designed Rose Quartz's sword for a fair fight, and that it can cut through a gem's physical form, but never damage the gem. Therefore, Rose Quartz could not have used her own sword to shatter or even damage Pink Diamond's gem, because it would not be possible. If a sword like this can't damage the gem of any regular soldier gem or a lesser gem, a ruby, which we saw in the flashback of the episode The Answer, or any other gem, how on earth was it going to shatter a diamond? You can't tell me, like, I don't think you could just hit it just right or whatever. That's not really what I'm seeing here. What I'm seeing, rather, is that this could not be possible. Rose Quartz, using her sword, could not have shattered Pink Diamond. I don't see a way that it could have been done. After that, we see the Blue Zircon brings up a very good argument regarding the shattering of Pink Diamond, and if it were Rose Quartz, how could Rose Quartz have simply jumped out and essentially sucker punched Pink Diamond? Where were her agates? Where were her bodyguards? Any of them? Any of her gems that would protect her? Her pearl? Any pink agates? Apparently she had sapphires in her court, which makes sense that all of them would have had it, or would have been available to. Her sapphires, had they seen this coming and been there with her, would have said, hey, I can foresee that someone is about to attack you. Her pearl would have jumped out and at least screamed or yelled, as once again stated by Zircon. Her agates could have jumped in front and tried to fight off Rose Quartz, and even if unsuccessful, would have at least been able to alert Pink Diamond enough to say, hey, there is a threat coming. You should probably be ready. But instead, none of this happened, and she makes a point here that it had to be someone who could be trusted by not only Pink Diamond herself, but the rest of her court to leave her alone. Someone with that kind of authority to tell off the rest of Pink Diamond's court, saying, leave us alone. And that had to be another Diamond. There's no one else really in this situation that has that much authority. Even an agate or anyone else would have stayed beside Pink Diamond, would have stayed with her, and also, at least in gemology's sake, would not have been able to shatter a diamond. So you need someone who can take the place of all of Pink Diamond's bodyguards, who can be assumed as a protector, as an equal, who can get rid of these gems, at least for a short time, and still be able to have the power to not only shatter Pink Diamond, but also cover it up. Also, given the situation that the gems were in general on Earth, this gave whoever shattered Pink Diamond the perfect scapegoat, the perfect person to blame the murder on, or the shattering of Pink Diamond. Rose Quartz was a war criminal and who rebelled against Homeworld, against Pink Diamond, who owned the Earth at the time. And so this was an easy person or gem to blame for the murder of Pink Diamond. Next, we notice the reactions of both Blue and Yellow Diamond when the Blue Zircon says that it was likely one of the two of them who shattered Pink Diamond. Now, notice their facial expressions. While Blue Diamond looks concerned, maybe a bit surprised, even shocked, you see the look on Yellow Diamond's face. She is angry. She is furious. She does not want this accusation. And while obviously nobody would want to be accused of murder, someone who is guilty would show a bit more frustration, I think, in this scenario, and I think that's what we're seeing from Yellow Diamond. Knowing her character, she tends to become angry as opposed to sad, or rather paralyzed. And we do see Yellow Diamond become extremely enraged, so much so that she takes out not one but both of the Zircons. This here raises another eyebrow, or at least for me, because while Yellow Diamond's frustration of the accusation of murdering, or rather shattering, Pink Diamond could definitely lead her to poof the Blue Zircon, why did she turn around and attack her own Zircon, the Yellow Zircon, which was the prosecutor in this case, who did not seem to believe any of this, unless it was because she is indeed guilty herself of shattering Pink Diamond and wanted to eliminate all ears who may have heard this testimony from the Blue Zircon, as opposed to only shattering, or rather poofing the Blue Zircon for making such an outrageous accusation against her. Finally, we also remember that Yellow Diamond simply wanted the Earth to be destroyed, whether it be by the cluster or whatever seemingly we saw with the cluster in the episode Message Received. She states, I want my cluster and I want that planet to die. She also, and that will be all, stated to Blue Diamond that they should simply shatter the rest of the Rose Quartz gems, as Pink Diamond was shattered by one of them, at least according to her, and move on with the place, start looking forward, stop looking back, and wanting Blue Diamond to simply forget about Pink Diamond, seeming like saying she is gone, don't be sad about it, forget about her. Well, what if this is just her way of either A, trying to get Blue Diamond to stop thinking about Pink Diamond because she is gone and she doesn't want suspicion to fall upon her, and or she just wants to eliminate any evidence that may be available on Earth, be that in the form of Rose Quartz, or now Steven, or any of the other crystal gems who she may or may not have been aware of their presence on Earth at this point. We don't know. We don't know what happened after the episode. That will be all. We also do notice, as I mentioned a couple already, several of the lyrics in the song What's the Use of Feeling Blue have pointed directly to Yellow Diamond, at least in retrospect now that we have seen the trial. I first was not one of the people who believed that it was someone other than Rose Quartz who shattered Pink Diamond, but at this point, Yellow Diamond has given a pretty compelling case given her reaction to this accusation from the Blue Zircon. Comparing this with some past episodes, this evidence does seem to point not away from, but directly at Yellow Diamond. But anyway, these are just my theories, and I would love to see or hear what you guys have to say. So go ahead and let's discuss this down below. Let me know what you think, if you agree, disagree, and if you would like to hear me do more Steven Universe theories. So anyway, that's all I've got for you guys right now, and I am Heretic. I will see you guys next time. Cheers.